Hello, and welcome to In Case You Missed It, Black Audacity Style. Today, we will bring you up to speed on last week's news and hot topics that you may have missed. Now, I'm LaWanda Morris, CEO of Black Audacity Magazine, and your host for the evening. We'll be discussing one of my favorite artists, the Queen Bee herself, Beyonce. We'll also talk about the nasty state of our current politics. We'll tell you about some foods that have been recalled. We'll discuss the Broncos winning streak and a few stories in breaking news and hot topics, including a 6-year-old hero. So pour yourself a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into it. In political news, now, is it just me or did politics become more about who can say the most outrageous thing about each other? I think so, and I'm not the only one. The Hill has reported a few comments some politicians have said about each other, and they are pretty bad. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I know in the past we have heard former President Donald Trump say, and still says, in fact, many vulgar things like calling Black and brown countries a-hole countries, and referring to Mexicans as rapists and killers. And that was only the beginning. It seems that the Republican Party took his language as a pass to be as nasty as they possibly can with each other. Now, back in June, Marjorie Taylor Greene called Representative Lauren Boebert a little bitch on the floor of the House of Representatives. Now, the Senate is also not immune from this either. There have been even physical fights breaking out between members of the Republican Party. This is all just crazy. It sounds like everyone is in competition to see who can be the absolute worst. I know things can get ugly in politics. It is to be expected, but this has taken it to a whole new level. Now, in some political history news, the House of Representatives voted Friday, December 1st, to expel House of Representatives member George Santos from Congress. CNN has reported that this would make him only the sixth lawmaker ever ousted from the chamber. 105 Republicans voted for his expulsion, but all four top House leaders voted to keep Santos in Congress, including the Republican Speaker. Now, it was reported that his expulsion was over several ethics violations, including that he allegedly sought to fraudulently exploit his House candidacy for personal financial gain, including stealing from donors to pay for things like Botox. Now, the House clerk will take over Santos's seat for now, and the New York Democratic governor, Kathy Hochul, will schedule a special election to replace him. So we will follow this special election and let you know who wins that seat. Now, in sports news, we want to congratulate the Denver Broncos for winning their fifth straight game. They have turned it all around, it seems, from being 1-5 and losing against the Dolphins 70-20. Ouch. CBS Sports reported that the Broncos are now in the running to win the crown for their conference. So we'll wait and see how the rest of the season goes. But for now, we just wanted to say congratulations to the Denver Broncos. In health news, the U.S. Centers for Disease and Control, or the CDC, recently placed a recall on cantaloupe. Now, CNN has reported that 35 states are affected by the salmonella outbreak. 99 people have fallen ill. Of that number, 45 have been hospitalized, and 2 people in Minnesota have died. Not only is it contaminated cantaloupe, but it also affects cut fruit as well. Now, the brands to look out for are Ruby brand whole cantaloupes, Freshness Guaranteed brand, and Racetrack brand pre-cut cantaloupe, as well as Vineyard and Aldi fruit products. The CDC stated that the cantaloupes may have a sticker on them that says Ruby or Melachata, with the number 4050 and product of Mexico on them. So please, please, please be on the lookout. And if you see any of these products in your home, throw them away immediately and wash anything that came into contact with the fruit, including your hands. If you are feeling symptoms of salmonella, which include vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps, and fever, seek medical attention right away. This is very serious and everyone should take it very seriously. Now, fruit is not the only thing being recalled. Turkey gravy is being recalled too. Right away or right after Thanksgiving, Fox News reported that the Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, recalled mislabeled turkey gravy at Hy-Vee stores nationwide. Seneca Foods recalled their glass jars of Hy-Vee gravy. The company stated that it contains beef gravy as well as a soy allergen that is not on the label. The recall only affects the glass jar gravy sold at Hy-Vee stores. No other retailers were named, and no illnesses have been reported, thank God, for that at least. So please be on the lookout for this gravy, and if you have it in your kitchen, also be sure to throw that away as well. We hope reporting this information to you helps. Now, in celebrity news, the Queen Bee has done it again. That's right. I am talking about the icon herself, Beyonce. Everyone is talking about her look for the Los Angeles premiere of her Renaissance World Tour concert film. Now, first, she slayed every night during the tour and now on the silver carpet. The LA premiere took place at the Samuel Goldwyn Theater on Saturday, November the 25th, where Beyonce stunned the crowd with her platinum blonde hair and custom silver chainmail Versace gown that she wore with silver opera gloves and silver heel sandals. Now, you better slay Queen Bee. She also slayed on the silver carpet at the international premiere in London following the LA premiere. We all know that Beyonce never, ever disappoints, and these events were no exception to that rule. Plus, she killed it at the box office when the film opened in all theaters this past weekend. I absolutely love this. And I also love that she didn't let any of the haters' comments make her break not one sweat. Mama Bear Tina, however, took care of that on a lengthy IG post where she basically told those haters to go have several seats. And I agree. Now, this film was created and produced by Queen Bee herself. And if you haven't seen it yet, it is a must. So go check it out right now at a theater near you. And in breaking news, if you have any Google accounts that have been inactive for 2 years or more, prepare for them to be wiped away completely. Now, CNN has reported that Google announced the new policy back in May of this year. The reasoning behind it is strictly for security purposes. Now, the findings have shown that older accounts tend to rely on recycled passwords and not to be up to date on the company's security measures like two-step verification, for example, which ultimately makes them more vulnerable to issues like phishing, hacking, and spam. Now, the first accounts to be cut will be ones that were created and never again revisited. Anything from your inactive Google account, including Google Drive, documents and photos will be erased completely along with the account itself. Google stated that exceptions will be made to this rule, whereby accounts with YouTube channels, those with remaining balances on gift cards, those used to purchase a digital item, for example, and those that have published apps that are active on a platform like the Google Play Store won't be deleted. So go use any accounts that you don't want deleted right away before they get around to deleting it. Sandra Day O'Connor, in some sad news, the first woman on the Supreme Court has died. O'Connor passed away on Friday, December 1st from complications related to dementia. She was 93 years old, and she inspired generations of female lawyers and females in general, me being one of them. CNN reported that she became known as the swing vote on hot topic or hot button issues before the Supreme Court. She's best known for her vote in Planned Parenthood versus Casey, a 1992 opinion that reaffirmed women's right to an abortion. Now, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2018 and became an advocate for the disease as well. She also launched a website dedicated to encouraging young people to learn civics. She stated in a 2003 interview with CNN that she thought it was important for the public to see and respect respect the fact that women are represented in these positions of power and authority, and that it is not a male governance job. Well done, Justice O'Connor. Rest in power. Now, over the Thanksgiving break, 3 college students of Palestine descent were out walking, talking, when a man shot them at close range out of nowhere. AP News reported that 48-year-old Jason Easton, who was later arrested, walked right up without saying a word to the 3 men and just shot them. 2 of them were shot in the torso, while 1 was shot in the lower extremities. Since the Israel-Hamas war, there have been an increase in threats against the Jewish community, the Muslim community, and the Arab community across the U.S. Now, the students were reported to have been speaking in English and Arabic, along with 2 of them wearing traditional Palestinian scarves. Now, that said, authorities have not yet labeled this a hate crime, but we'll let you know if that changes soon, given these facts. It's been reported that 1 of the students unfortunately suffered a spinal injury and is paralyzed from the waist down. The other 2 are in better condition. My thoughts and prayers are with these young men and their families as they recover. Finally, I would like to end on some good news. So let us honor a 6-year-old girl who helped emergency officials find her family's car after her mother suffered a stroke while driving. U.S. News reported that Brianna Cook and her mother, Yolanda Cook, were on their way to visit Brianna's grandmother on October 23rd, when suddenly her mother, Yolanda, had a stroke on the Mississippi Highway while driving the car. The car drove into the woods, and Yolanda became unresponsive from there. Now, Brianna took her mother's phone and was able to call her grandmother. The grandmother then called 911, and Brianna was able to speak to the dispatcher and first responders and give them their exact location. Her mother was then airlifted to the nearest hospital, where she was released on October the 31st. At the hospital, the little girl, Brianna, stated that, "I helped my mom because I saved her. I helped her get out of the hospital bed and walk with her down the hallways because I love her." Now, that was so beautiful of a statement from Brianna, and I want to commend her for her bravery during that what must have been a scary situation. Both mom and daughter are at home, safe and sound, and doing well. So way to go, Brianna. Well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed today's segment of In Case You Missed It, Black Audacity Style. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications to see more Black Audacity Magazine content in your YouTube feed. I'll see you back here next Monday, same time, same place. I'm your host, LaWanda Morris, CEO of Black Audacity Magazine, where we are unapologetically and unambiguously Black Audacity. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.